This is the plaintiff, Bailey Click. She says she and the defendant signed a lease together to share an apartment, and after staying there for 3 days, she left and never paid her portion of the rent and utilities. That's right, she left her high and dry holding the bag. The woman owes her $834.40, and she's here suing for just that today. This is the defendant, Anita Hong. She says the plaintiff made it unbearable to live with her because she was very messy and a hoarder to boot. Their personalities were polar opposites. She paid the woman for 2 months' rent, and she was never there and doesn't owe her a dime. She's accused of running out.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. These litigants were roommates for a grand total of 3 days before the defendant just bailed. But the defendant says it was unbearable living with the plaintiff. She was a pig. It's the case of EI, owe you nothing.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Bailey Click?
Yes.
You are suing your former roommate, Sanita Hong, for $834.40. You say she still owes you and won't pay you. What happened?
So when I went through a couple of different candidates for an apartment, she had contacted me via social media just because we had known each other from TJ Maxx a year ago, saying that she was also looking for a roommate and we should talk about it. Well, it took me a while to kind of decide because I didn't want to leave my other friend high and dry, but after making the responsible decision to go with someone, a little bit older.
Someone
more responsible.
She's the more responsible choice?
That's what I thought.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 19.
How old are you?
20.
Okay, so go on.
So once I made the decision, she had a nicer job than the other person. Everything was great. We both had agreed on an apartment.
Did you both sign a lease?
Yes.
On what day did you both sign a lease?
July 13th.
Okay. Were there upfront costs, I presume, when you moved in?
Oh, of course. So, coming as a teenager, you have absolutely nothing. So you have to buy everything. all the way down to a couch.
No, I'm sorry. I meant upfront costs. Did you have to put a deposit? A security deposit?
Yes, I don't remember how much it was, but
did you put the whole thing?
We both did, yes.
You each put the security
the deposit.
How much is the deposit?
The deposit amount wasn't on here.
Okay, did you guys pay a security deposit?
I think so, yeah.
We did.
How do you not know if you paid a security deposit, folks? Who's the gentleman with you?
I'm her dad. I just helped her. I helped her move in and everything.
So did she pay a security deposit? Was that ever discussed? Do you know?
Yeah, I think they both put that together.
Can I see?
I don't
Do you have a
know.
lease?
Know the amount.
Do you have a lease?
I do.
It'll say it on the lease. Let's see the lease. You can go ahead and relax. Sit down. No, this is the roommate release. Do you have the lease?
When I asked for the lease, they said that when she signed off, that was the official lease and there was no one before.
Well, there was one before, and I need that one. It doesn't interest your landlord because they're right. This one supersedes, for your relationship with your landlord. But for my decision, I want to see that lease. You don't have it either.
No.
Children playing house. All right. Now, the rent was how much?
$848.
So each of you were paying half of it?
Yes, at the beginning.
Okay. Did each of you pay your half July 13th?
Yes.
Okay. So what was rent for August?
August rent came out to $848.
So did she pay August rent?
She did not.
Did you tell her you owe August rent?
Yes.
Did you pay the August rent to the landlord?
Had to.
And what happened? What was she saying to you?
Oh, she ghosted me. She completely just wasn't answering.
Aren't you living together?
So I thought she hadn't been there.
She hadn't been there from the beginning?
She stayed for 3 days, went on vacation with her dad, and maybe came back for an hour and never came back again.
Okay, what happened?
I went through a hard time. I lost my job. Basically, I lost my car too.
Why'd you leave your job?
Something happened, dramas. And
Drama?
yeah.
What drama? I love drama.
Coworkers.
Coworkers what?
Just spreading rumors.
Rumors saying what? Accusing you of what?
Dating someone at work.
Dating someone at work. Were you fired?
No.
Okay, so you left your job and what? Because you have obligations, right? You have a car you got to pay because you signed a contract to pay for the car.
Yes.
You have an apartment you're supposed to be paying for because you signed a lease.
Yes.
Right.
I was searching for a job, got a job. My car payment was due. And 2 days on, I lost my car. I couldn't go to work. So I lost that job too.
Your car got repossessed?
Yes.
You're just a little mess.
Yes, I am still.
So the defendant is saying it was unbearable to live with the plaintiff, and that's why the defendant bailed. If that's true, is the defendant still stuck paying under the lease?
I think, if you're getting into a lease with someone, you should know who you're moving in with before you move in with them.
But sometimes you move in and then all of a sudden the true character surfaces. So is the person who bails responsible to the landlord?
No, because you still signed the contract. You still put your name.
So you are responsible?
Yes, I think you are.
You all buying that? You're responsible?
Responsible. Right?
Responsible? Responsible? What do you say? I'm going to go in the back.
Responsible, absolutely.
But
You signed the lease.
You signed the lease, but the person is making it unbearable for you.
Doesn't make a difference. That's his responsibility to pay.
Okay. We will go inside the courtroom.
Do you have anybody helping you?
No.
Well, the things you're saying, I'm sorry that they're happening to you, but that's a you problem.
Yeah.
That's not a Bailey problem. Because you're having financial difficulty and job problems, that doesn't mean that you don't have obligations.
Yeah.
When did you move out? Did you end up moving out?
I think August 22nd, I took my stuff out.
Okay. Now you're suing for August and September?
Yes, ma'am.
Because?
Yes. So I'm doing that mostly because when I had to pay everything for August, it left me completely empty for September. But because I had to be proactive, I went ahead, looked for a better job, got a better job. I'm now currently paying the full amount. So the fact that I kind of was left high and dry, I had to scavenge that all together myself.
So whose decision was it to leave?
It was my decision to ask her to please release herself off the lease so I can just deal with this myself.
Okay, but when you do that, and that's great. It turns out that apparently is working for you. You have the place to yourself, and you're able to afford it, so that's great. But when you ask somebody to leave, you can't very well complain that you didn't get notice. You're the one who gave the notice. You're the one who said, get out, and she got out. So why would I make her pay September?
Because when I had to pay the full amount for August, that then took my amount for September, and then
No,
it got me behind.
I'm gonna make her pay August. There's no question. I'm just saying, why should I also make her pay September? All right, now let me see the Wi-Fi and the electric bill. You said in your answer to the complaint, I had to choose whether I pay my car or I pay my apartment. You didn't pay your car or your apartment. What did you do?
I have other stuff to pay off.
Where are you living now?
With my mom.
Oh, okay. So somebody's helping you.
To live, that's all.
Well,
It's a big part of it.
yeah, I don't know how to break it to you, but the alternative is homelessness in the street. So yeah, somebody's helping you. All right.
You pay it monthly, and it came out
This
to
is what,
$56.
your cable?
I decided to only do Wi-Fi, so yes, just Wi-Fi.
And you don't have the electric bill at all?
The electric bill, I have so this is what I have. I'm gonna let you take this, but if you don't mind, I'll take it back when you're done. So there's that.
Where are you taking it after I'm done?
Well, just so I can get my
really
brain
18?
together.
I realize why you let her go on her own. I don't own an 18-year-old.
didn't
I've
want me
been
to
through
move out.
3 18-year-old. I have a 17-year-old who's about to be 18. They could no sooner stand up here and do this than.
Trust me, I didn't want her to leave. Trust me.
Why'd you leave? He seems like a nice guy.
I was fine being home, but it was kind of a nice thought to be on my own, and I knew that I could afford it. Obviously, I could
Yeah,
not.
I got it. I was asking why were you so gun-ho to move out? I don't need to ask that. I know why you would be. So this doesn't tell me what the one thing I need, which is electric. Do you have an electric bill?
Yes.
Okay.
Now that's just
This
another
is the
bank.
last time I'm going to ask you for it. Give me the electric bill.
There's that. That's from September 3rd.
If it's September, I'm not going to make her pay it. I can tell you that now. Do you have an
Okay.
August electric bill?
So what happened for the September where you see $250 and everything? So we were able to spin a wheel, got $250 off of our rent. So I went ahead and subtracted that from that because that's when I guess
What's spin a
used it.
wheel? What's that mean?
So if you I guess if you just apply and get accepted, they let you spin a wheel and you get a gift. There's a 50-inch free TV, stuff like that on there. But I got $250 off my rent.
I never got this.
I never got to spin a wheel.
There were
That's
a couple
awesome.
places I saw that was like that.
All right, I'm giving up on the electric bill. You needed to have brought me one from August.
Okay.
I'm going to order her to pay half of the Wi-Fi bill. I'm going to order her to pay August. I'm going to give you some free advice, which is don't overextend yourself. And until you have savings, don't try to live with someone else. And when someone puts a roof over your head, they're helping you. That's what that means. And your problems are your problems. They're not her problems. I find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $452.41. Good luck.
So the plaintiff prevails. She gets the August rent. Ms. Hong, you're going to have to fork over $400 and some the rent for her. You're having a tough time, aren't you?
Yeah.
How do you feel about all this?
Calm, to be honest. Calm.
You
I'm fine.
Embarrassed to be in a court?
No.
Well, you should. Hopefully you'll learn something from all of this.
Well,
Okay.
I did learn.
All right, good enough. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. You must sign some documents out there. All right, Ms. Click. You too are a young lady, growing up fast, living on your own, filing a lawsuit, winning the case,
Something like that.
something like that. You should be proud of her,
Yeah,
I think.
I am.
Are you?
I'm with her. Yeah.
You with her? Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get a roommate at this point?
So I recently actually did find someone very responsible to actually move in and help me pay. So
Okay. Well, good for you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. You must
course.
sign a few documents. Okay, Harvey.
You know, we talk about these cases all the time where you've got two people who are living together, they're at each other's throats, and nobody's getting along, everybody's miserable. What you need to do in a situation like this, I know this sounds a little crazy, ask the other person, can you just sit down with me? Look, we don't get along. I don't want to hate you. I don't want you to hate me. Let's figure out a way of resolving this financially and so that we're not enemies.